Hey, are you gonna sleep all day? Look, we've got to go to the warehouse, okay? You ready? Can you help me? Thank you. I'm not gonna get you a muffin, okay? Because Daddy's fat. He has to lose some weight. But you can get a coffee. So you keep asking me, telling me, hey, Dad, I want to go work at the warehouse. I want to see the warehouse. It's like, fine, okay, I'll show you the warehouse. And then now you're mad because you can't sleep in all day, right? I know that it's spring break. This is what Daddy does to make his money. So I've kind of broken the code, cracked the code on manifestation. My shipment of clothing was not supposed to arrive. Pay attention. You're gonna need this, okay? What kind of father would I be if I didn't teach you how to manifest? So I cracked the code on manifestation, and let me start the car. And I found out that if you prepare for something as if it's going to happen, like I said before, that it will happen, more likely. So the shipment of clothing that I've got coming on a boat was not supposed to be here until March 8th, 9th, all right? And I said that's unacceptable. I want it to come sooner, so I started manifesting. I made a sigil. That's advanced. You don't need to worry about that. I made a sigil, charged it, did some meditations, shit like that, and then started preparing the warehouse. That's what I've been doing. Okay, that's why you're coming with me today. I started cleaning the warehouse, and got an email this morning that today is Tuesday, and I've got the clothes coming on Friday. But I've been a little bit lazy, okay? And I had not built my new shelving and other shit that we need to make sure that this is going to be perfect. And I also was going to start writing letters, the letters that come in every package. I was going to start writing the letters quicker, sooner, like before the clothes arrive. And I haven't been doing that either, okay? And so I'm going to start that today, probably, or maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. That gives me 2 days to write as many letters as possible, get them cooled, put them in a filing cabinet, shit like that. And then from there, once the clothes arrive, we can put them away, start packing them immediately. So what do we need today? It's pretty simple. We need to clean up this horrific looking pit of despair that we call the packing table. The second thing we need to do is build 3 new shelves. That's not a problem, not a big deal, that's fine. 3, throw away a Jabba the Hutt sized bag of trash. That's a problem, okay, gotta get rid of that. 4, get some kind of receptacle for the wax. That's what we're gonna do, okay? So we're gonna stop by Marshall's before we go to the warehouse and find a receptacle for wax so that it's easier. And then, from there, we've got to pack an order. I'm going to go ship the order, and then we'll come back to the warehouse, build some shelving. It'll be fun, okay? Just me and you, all right? Ever since Mom left. All right, we got some human kerosene. Hey, I've been thinking about being a rapper, okay? Hang on, listen to this part. Listen. You call me Ayatollah Khomeini, huh? Well, I think you got Ayatollah Khomania. Pretty good, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Your old dad could be up there on stage with Steve Face Mask, the Clump God, or whatever his name is. Whoever you're listening to all the time. Let's go to Marshall's. Now you tell me you want a smoothie? What did I just asked you. I asked you if you wanted a smoothie, and you said no. Okay, so we gotta find a receptacle for the wax, right? So we have it in a bag right now, but the bag is not very stable. So looking for something that we can put wax in and just quickly grab it out. Probably a Tupperware of some sort. Let's do a fit check. Where did you run off to? You're immediately gone? A lot of various receptacles. What are we gonna do? Now this would be very fancy, but this is more for I think it's caviar. Maybe it's cocaine, who knows. $9 for that. That's not bad. A mason jar, big mason jar of wax. And it's only $9? I kind of like that. You know what? I am down with the thickness. Do you want anything before we leave Marshall's? No, we're not getting you a toy. What are you talking about? You're 37. Okay. Make yourself comfortable. Well, this is where Dad works. You think lacrosse gear grows on trees? Of course not. This is why I've got black lung. I might actually have black lung. Fuck, what was that? Okay, so let's go get the coffee. You walk with me, okay? All right. So we've got to do a few things. One, too much trash. Gotta get rid of the trash. Two, we will have to build some shelving. Three, simplify the whole packing station. I'll show you that in a second. You saw it already, but show it to you for real. And then we've got to, what's this thing? Oh yes, put the wax in the jar. Now if I had a dryer, hair dryer, I would just hair dry this off, but it looks like it's gonna be okay. It's not perfect, but it's not the worst that it could be. So this is gonna be a longer video. I don't really give a fuck. I am not gonna be editing this one for your attention span. So get used to it, I guess. I don't know. Or just turn it on in the background and just, you know, enjoy the ambiance of me hacking, coughing, and swearing. Fucking joking. Isn't that lovely? How lovely! Okay, we've got hella trash. Isn't it nice to know that the trash is hella? Fun fact, the astrologer sweater originally had 6 tethers on it, and I removed 4 of them. Or not 4 of them, 2 of them. They're sets of 2. So they had 3 sets of 2, and now I simplified it to 2 sets of 2. Hairs in my fucking face. Alright, let me show you what I've done. So, over here, we have created a new shelf for the packing stuff. Why am I... Here, let's just walk over here. Okay, so we've created a new shelf for the packing stuff here. And this rack is going to do something. We'll figure it out. Now I have added a filing cabinet under here. I'm going to move this over. Make sure it doesn't cause the table to collapse. There we go. But yeah, anyway, this filing cabinet is for letters. So as the letters are completed, I will toss them in here. Once they're cool, this will be a cooling area. We've got a little bit of a light issue here. Okay, good. So new inventory is going to go in. We're going to put let's see. We can fit at least 2 shelves here, and we're going to fit at least 1 or 2 shelves here. And then we've got this extra shelf that I'm going to simplify. This shit's going to go on top. And that should be enough for the new clothes that we have coming in. And yeah, so right now what I've got to do is, I'm going to pack an order. Man, I'm tired. I'm packing an order. I'm going to go ship the order, go to Harbor Freight, pick up more of these plastic shelves that you see behind me. And I got to go to Walmart and get more tubs. It's fine. And then I'm going to set up this new area. And I think at the end, it's going to look like Ollivanders for goths. That's really the vibe. So stick with me and I'll show you the end. You still awake? Okay. All right. So I've got shelves. We're going to make more of these shelves. So these are plastic shelves. They go over here. So we've got the packing station done. And I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Daddy has to take a shit like crazy. All right? I mean, Daddy has to drop the kids off at the... Whatever. I've got to build these shelves. I'm pretty fast at it, so... We build these bitches. We take the trash, the cardboard to the dump, and then we go take a dump, okay? Okay, all right. Sit here. You can watch. Whoops. Hang on. Now you can watch. All right. There is a porta potty out there by the pickleball court. I could go use, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't feel like voluntarily taking a shit in a porta potty. I'm sorry. Call me picky. What the fuck? There we go. These, honestly, I love these Yukon shelves. They're a little bit expensive for what you get. They're 60 bucks a piece, but they snap together so fast compared to that metal shit that I was building. And I can build them like crazy quick. So I will always be a fan of these fuckers. Sometimes it's okay to pay more for speed and reliability as opposed to something that's gonna last forever. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? At least know what I'm saying? Okay. Hammering these bitches together. And I'm not going to get new tubs yet. I'll get them tomorrow because frankly I've done a lot of work today. So I'll get new tubs on the way over tomorrow, and I will label them, get them ready to go, and then start writing letters tomorrow because I manifested my clothing to come early, which is good. I mean, I've manifested, I'm not joking. Using my techniques, I've manifested a full month off of these clothes arriving. I'm not joking. Because originally, the hoodies were going to be delayed. And they were going to arrive at the earliest March 25th. Okay? However, with my incredible manifesting skills, and again, this sounds ironic, I'm not being ironic. With my manifesting skills, I was able to knock it down to February 27th. So it's literally 4 weeks off of a delivery time, and we're talking factories in China, we're talking logistics companies, we're talking FedEx. All of that moved at my whim. We are truly co-creators of our own reality. I'm gonna make a video on my new process, what I've done that has unlocked manifestation for me, and it's a little bit like Harry Potter, right? Because think about Harry Potter, right? He goes to Hogwarts, which is great. Does he start off learning Avada Kedavra? Well, he doesn't learn that at all. But did he start off learning crazy shit? No. He started off turning a teacup into a mouse or whatever the fuck. Right? So with manifestation, once you have a process, then it's about repetition. It's about getting your reps in. God damn it. It's about getting your reps in, and it's about being in a position to learn more, right? The more you learn, the better you get at it, and the better you get at it, fuck. The better you get at it, the easier it becomes. I should have got a dead blow hammer too, or a mallet, but it is what it is. So, all that said, I will be creating a video on my process, so you can learn as well. And I am a chaos magician, so I believe every process is more or less the same. If someone tells you scripting works, they tell you that you need to be writing down what you want 9 times a day for 9 days or whatever the fuck. I mean, if it works for them, it works for them. I'm not saying there's one particular way. Dogma is the enemy of progress. But this particular method that I've created has been remarkably, I'm talking, the manifestations I've created have been very fast. They've been very accurate to the minute, practically. And I've been able to get about 80% of what I want. Which is to say, even when it doesn't work, quote unquote, like it doesn't, it's not like perfect, right? Even when it's not perfect, it's still mostly what I want. For example, if I'm manifesting sales, I can hit around 80% of the sales that I want. Now, there does have to be an avenue. I can't sell shit I don't have, so it's not like I can go, I'm going to wake up tomorrow with $1 million in sales. That's just not how shit works, right? Not reality. Especially not the co-created reality. Think about it. Everyone else around you has their own idea of how things should work. No, I am not going to manifest, frankly, just like brain damaged people to run to my store and give me money for no reason. There's not a tip button on my store where people are just PayPaling me money, right? That's not how reality works. And you could say, oh, Neville Goddard said that you can manifest whatever you want. Yeah, well, Neville Goddard's a fucking idiot, because people also say Neville Goddard said anything can be manifested, and then you go on the subreddit from Neville Goddard and people are like, can I manifest my mom to be alive? And they're like, yes you can, because you said it, so. That's dumb as shit, right? You're not bringing people back from the dead. If only for the reason that everyone else believes that they cannot be brought back from the dead. So you're going to be fighting the psychic imagination of every single person that your mother knew. You can't do that, man. That's just not how life works. Okay? I hate to break it to you. You're not going to manifest someone alive again. All right? Now, if you believe in quantum immortality, though, maybe your mom didn't die of cancer. All right? Maybe your mom, there's a universe where your mom's still alive. That can bring you some comfort, right? And then maybe people believe in ghosts. There's some crossover there where it's like, oh, my mom is contacting me from another universe. Congrats, nice. I certainly believe in that, but I'm a cult leader. I'm not your cult leader, kind of like a lawyer, right? So what I believe does not have to be your belief. And frankly, it doesn't matter. I believe, personally, that playing Never Bust Blackjack is the best way to make money. And every time I play Blackjack, I make money. Is it the best? I don't know, and I don't want to find out. Okay, I don't want to play technically correct blackjack because I sit next to those fuckers playing technically correct blackjack, and they're trying to tell me that I should be hitting on 13. And I don't want to hit on 13. I don't care if the dealer has a 9. Fuck you. I'm standing on 13 because I got a gut feeling, and guess what? Dealer busts, and then I make fucking $50 or whatever. And Mr. Technically Correct decided to bust out because his book told him to hit at 15 when the dealer was showing a 9. and now he's sad because I had to do nothing and get money, and he's playing technically correct, and it's going to take him mathematically 297 years to make $32. That's my personal rant. If you're a dealer or you're sitting next to me at a blackjack table, I don't want your fucking opinion, okay? If I say hit, hit. If I say stay, stay. I'm going off of higher knowledge being downloaded to my brain from the quantum phone. But that's just me. So, what do we do? Just keep it up. Keep it up. These shelves are pretty great, frankly. I've been happy with them. The limit is 150 pounds. I've stacked at least 400 pounds a piece on them, and they've been fine. Are they amazing? Not like the best, but not the worst either. I could probably make a bunk bed out of them if I really felt like it. I could make a bunch of them. I could make racks, the Navy. Sometimes I look at this warehouse and I think I could live here. This is about as much room as I need. It's 10 by 15, 150 square feet. It wouldn't be very hard for me to live here. If I had a shower, a refrigerator, a microwave, and some power, I could quite easily live in a place like this. Whoo! That's what I'm talking about. So here's what we got. New shelves. All right, next step, I'm gonna get a trash can. I guess I could put the rack over here, which is nice. Oh my lord. Turns out 150 square feet. Pretty solid, man. Anyway.